Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to try doing a voiceover and let me know what you think of this voiceover. Something that we should honestly do from time to time is just enjoy our surroundings. So I've just wrapped up a very busy day at work here in London, and now I'm taking a little break to enjoy the beauty of this city, one step at a time. And I thought, let me take you along with me on this beautiful journey. So this is Tower Bridge. This is one of my favourite spots in London. You might be thinking, this isn't just any bridge, this is Tower Bridge. And yes, you're right. But beyond the iconic architecture, it's also the perfect spot to reflect, to breathe, and to just unwind. So grab yourself a cup of tea, sit back and enjoy this short stroll, a bit of history and some thoughts on why these moments are so important, especially for our mental health. So here I am, standing on the South Bank, looking up at the Tower Bridge. It's one of those spots that always feels bigger than you expect when you see it up close. So this was built in 1894. Tower Bridge was a feat of engineering at the time, connecting the two sides of the River Thames, making life easier for people moving across London. But beyond its practical purpose, it becomes a symbol of the city's resilience and innovation, a true icon. As I walk across, I'm reminded that a bridge isn't just a structure, it's a connection. It links the past with the present, the historic heart of London, with the bustling modern-day city. And for me, a good walk on the bridge is like a reminder of how important it is to connect with the world around us, to step away from work, the stress, the rush, and just be. Sometimes all we need is a pause, a deep breath, and a moment to reset. And there's no better time than here, taking in the views of the river and the city skyline. You know, I've just realised that we often forget to take those moments. Isn't that right? We live in a world that celebrates productivity, and sometimes it feels like we have to be constantly on the go, achieving, doing, performing. But taking time for yourself, for reflection, even if it's just a quiet walk, is actually one of the most productive things we can do for our well-being. Now let's talk about something really important: mental health. We hear a lot about how stress is a silent killer, how anxiety creeps in when we least expect it, and trust me, I've been there. But something as simple as a walk can do wonders for your mental clarity, your stress levels, and even your mood. Now, if you know me, you know I had to do this as well. There I am, stopping traffic. Not really. Plus, being outside, surrounded by fresh air, well, as fresh as it can be in the city of London, can help ground you. It's like pressing reset on your mind, taking a break from the constant buzz of notifications, emails, and the demands of life. You're forced to slow down, be present, and appreciate the little things, like the sound of the river flowing beneath you, or the view of the city with its mixture of old and new buildings, the constant evolution, but also the timeless beauty. So let's dive into some history. So the Tower Bridge was completed in 1984 after 8 years of construction. It was designed to ease the traffic congestion caused by the need for more access to the docks along the Thames. The bridge opens up to allow ships to pass, and the mechanism behind it is an engineering marvel. You can still see the original hydraulic system that makes the bridge rise up today. It's quite impressive. But this right here is also packed with history. To the west of the bridge is the Tower of London, a fortress that dates back to the 11th century. It's hard to imagine, but this entire part of London has become a hub of history for over thousands of years. From the Norman conquest to the Tudor reign, this area has witnessed so much, and yet it's always moving forward. And I think that's a great metaphor for life. No matter how many times we stumble or how tough things get, we always have the ability to rise, just like this bridge. As I continue my stroll along the pier, there's something calming about hearing the sounds of the water lapping against the sides, the hum of the city in the distance, and the quietness that settles over this part of the Thames. And it's in these quiet moments that I find clarity. It's a chance to reflect on the day, to mentally check in with myself, and to make sure I'm not getting lost in the shuffle of life. We often think that self-care has to be something big, something elaborate, a spa day, or a full weekend getaway. But in reality, taking care of our mental health can be as simple as stepping outside and just walking. So these are the different prices, and there are certain concessions as well. The last entrance was 5 o'clock, so we just missed that. So we were unable to go indoors. But inshallah, one day I will go inside as well and show you. When you're walking, especially in a space like this, your body is releasing endorphins. Those feel-good chemicals can boost your mood and help you think more clearly. And here we have Boris Johnson. Bojo, are you watching this? If so, leave a like and a comment. That's a joke for my TikTokers. So what I'm trying to really say is, let's sometimes just take a break. We need to step away from the grind. Life doesn't always need to be a rush. Whether it's Tower Bridge or your local park, giving yourself time for a stroll can be just what you need to reconnect, refocus, and recharge. The real magic happens in these smaller moments when you stop and appreciate what's around you. The architecture, the sounds, the history, the simple act of being here. I stopped and paused as I was coming down the stairs, taking in this beautiful scene in front of me, Tower of London. As I continue my walk, the iconic Tower of London stands tall just to my left. Now, if you've ever walked through this part of London, you can't help but be struck by the sheer presence of this historic fortress. It's one of those landmarks that just feels timeless, steeped in centuries of history, yet somehow still a living, breathing part of the city today. I changed my footwear, when I knew I was coming out to walk and I wasn't going to just head straight home today. So make sure you've got some comfortable trainers on. The Tower of London has served many purposes over the years. It's been a royal palace, a prison, a treasury, and even a zoo at one point. It was founded by William the Conqueror back in 1066, so you can imagine the stories these walls could tell. It's not just a building, it's a symbol of the power and intrigue that shaped the city. Kings, queens, traitors and prisoners have all passed through these gates. And as I walk past, I can't help but think how much history has unfolded here. It's a reminder that London and the world around us has always been in motion, changing, evolving, and sometimes even going through difficult chapters. But just like the tower, we have the capacity to endure, to stand strong no matter what's going on around us. As I continued my walk, I'm now heading towards one of the most intriguing spots, the underpass beneath Hayes Gallery. It's easy to miss if you're just rushing through, but once you step into this space, it's like a little art gallery tucked beneath the bustling streets of London. The underpass is home to a collection of striking modern art pieces, which for me always offer a little bit of a surprise and inspiration. There's something magical about walking through a space like this, where art feels unexpected, almost like it's a secret just waiting to be discovered. It's almost like a contrast of worlds. On one side, you have the ancient stone fortress that's witnessed centuries of history, and on the other, you have contemporary works of art that reflect the energy and creativity of modern London. It's a perfect reminder of how even in the midst of history, there's always room for fresh perspectives, innovation, and imagination. And I think that's something that's always struck me about London, how it holds both its past and its future in such balance. And this is also a reminder that everything, no matter how old or new, has its place in the ever-evolving story of the city. I find myself taking a deep breath, just absorbing it all. As I continued my walk, I couldn't help but pause for a moment. Right here, the Tower of London stands with its centuries-old stone walls, guarding the river like a silent witness to history. Sometimes it's important to pause, even if it's just for a few seconds, to take in the beauty around you. The evening light hits the walls in such a beautiful way, casting soft shadows and highlighting the intricate details of this fortress that's been here for over thousands of years. It's one of those moments where the weight of the history hits you. It's easy to walk by and not think twice, but when you actually stop and really look at it, you start to appreciate just how much has unfolded within these walls. From royal prisoners to crown jewels and everything in between, this place has been so much of what shaped London. As I make my way toward the Tower Millennium Pier, the atmosphere starts to shift. The pace picks up a bit as I pass by the crowds of office workers and groups gathering by the water's edge. It's one of those moments when the workday buzz seems to be winding down, but there's a new kind of energy building up. People are chatting, laughing, and getting ready to board their boat party for the evening. The perfect way to kick off the end of a busy day in London. I can't help but smile as I walk past. It's almost like a gentle reminder that life is about balancing the grind with those moments of joy and relaxation. And sometimes all it takes is a boat party to make you feel like you've hit a pause on the day's chaos. The combination of the tower's timeless presence and the reflections in the Thames and the hustle of the city in the background is a reminder of how, even in the busiest places, there are moments of peace if you just stop and look. As I keep strolling along the river, I can't help but mention 𝐶𝐿, a fantastic little spot here on the South Bank. If you're ever in the mood for a bite, to eat, relax, just a vibrant atmosphere, 𝐶𝐿 is the place to be. From a quick lunch to a leisurely dinner. The small copper cubicles tucked away in the corners are such a charming touch. They're perfect if you're looking for a little privacy while still enjoying the lively atmosphere around you. These little nooks with their warm copper tones create a sense of comfort and coziness, the kind of space where you can relax. And don't forget, for a casual option, there's also the Borough Market just a short walk away, where you can explore a variety of food stalls, and I've got a separate vlog on that as well. So I finish up my stroll along the Thames and head back to where I started. I can't help but feel a sense of peace. This walk from the Tower Bridge to the Tower Millennium Pier has been more than just a way to unwind after a busy day at work. It's been a reminder of how important it is to take these little pauses in our day. I really hope you enjoy joining me on this walk. I know it's a bit of a departure from our usual content, but I think it's important to remind ourselves of the little joys in life, especially in a city as dynamic as London. Sometimes it's the simple moments, a peaceful stroll, some fresh air, and the beauty around us that are the most rewarding. And make sure you're in good company too. I was with my best friend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this vlog inspired you to take a little time for yourself today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'd love to hear about your favourite places to walk in London or wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.